Strategic management is the foundational discipline of modern business leadership. It focuses on how organizations define long-term direction, create competitive advantage, allocate resources, and achieve sustainable performance in dynamic environments. Within the global MBA curriculum, strategic management serves as the intellectual framework that integrates finance, marketing, operations, innovation, leadership, and governance into a coherent approach for enterprise success. The global MBA program positions strategic management as the first course within the strategic management and global leadership module because effective leaders must understand how to formulate strategy before they can execute transformation, lead people, or create value. The course aligns closely with the strategic analysis emphasis found in the modern business and the executive decision-making orientation. In today's business environment, organizations face globalization, technological disruption, geopolitical uncertainty, sustainability challenges, and intense competition. Strategic management provides managers with systematic methods for understanding these complexities and making decisions that position their organizations for long-term success. 2. What is strategy? Strategy refers to an organization's integrated set of decisions and actions designed to achieve long-term objectives and create sustainable competitive advantage. According to strategic management literature, strategy determines where an organization wants to go, how it intends to compete, and how resources should be allocated to achieve desired outcomes. A strategy answers three fundamental questions. 1. Where are we today? 2. Where do we want to be? 3. How will we get there? Strategic decisions typically involve long-term organizational direction, resource allocation, competitive positioning, market selection, risk management, value creation. Unlike operational decisions, which focus on daily activities and efficiency, strategic decisions shape the future of the organization and often have consequences lasting years or decades. Example: when Apple decided to transition from a computer manufacturer into a digital ecosystem company through the introduction of the iPhone, App Store, and integrated services, it was making a strategic decision that transformed the firm's future competitive position. 3. Defining strategic management. Strategic management is the process through which organizations analyze their environment, formulate strategies, implement strategic initiatives, and evaluate performance to achieve organizational objectives. It is generally viewed as a continuous cycle consisting of 4 major activities. Strategic analysis. Understanding the internal and external environment. Strategy formulation. Developing strategic alternatives and selecting the best course of action. Strategy implementation. Executing the chosen strategy through structures, processes, people, and resources. Strategic evaluation and control. Monitoring results and making adjustments when necessary. This process enables organizations to adapt to changing market conditions while maintaining strategic coherence. 4. Why strategic management matters. Organizations that lack strategic direction often struggle with reactive decision-making, resource misallocation, inconsistent priorities, competitive decline, organizational inefficiency. Strategic management provides several benefits. Direction and focus. Clarifies organizational purpose and long-term goals. Competitive advantage. Helps organizations develop unique capabilities and market positions. Resource optimization. Ensures limited resources are allocated toward high-value initiatives. Risk reduction. Improves preparedness for uncertainty and environmental changes. Organizational alignment. Aligns employees, departments, and stakeholders around common objectives. Strategic management is particularly important in today's volatile business environment because leaders must balance growth opportunities with emerging risks and disruptions. 5. Historical evolution of strategic management. The field evolved significantly during the 20th century. 1950s, 1960s, long-range planning. Organizations focused primarily on forecasting and budgeting. Key contributors: Peter Drucker, Alfred Chandler, Igor Ansoff. Chandler famously argued that structure follows strategy, emphasizing the importance of strategic planning. 1970s, 1980s, competitive strategy. The focus shifted toward competition and industry analysis. A major contributor was Michael Porter, who introduced 5 forces analysis, generic competitive strategies, value chain analysis. These frameworks remain central to MBA education today. 1990s. Present. Dynamic strategy. Modern strategy emphasizes innovation, agility, digital transformation, sustainability, globalization, strategic resilience. Organizations now recognize that strategy is not a one-time plan, but an ongoing process of adaptation and learning.
6. Levels of strategy. Strategic management operates at multiple organizational levels. Corporate level strategy addresses what businesses should we be in. Examples include diversification, acquisitions, global expansion. Business level strategy addresses how should we compete. Examples include cost leadership, differentiation, focus strategies. Functional level strategy addresses how can departments support overall strategy. Examples include marketing strategy, financial strategy, operations strategy, human resource strategy. Successful organizations align all three levels to achieve strategic consistency. 7. The strategic management process. The global MBA adopts a structured strategic management process similar to leading MBA programs. Step 1. Environmental analysis. Assess market conditions, competition, technology, regulation, internal capabilities. Step 2. Vision and mission development. Define organizational purpose and future aspirations. Step 3. Strategic goal setting. Establish measurable objectives. Step 4. Strategy formulation. Select the most appropriate strategic options. Step 5. Strategy implementation. Mobilize people, resources, systems, and leadership. Step 6. Performance evaluation. Monitor outcomes using strategic metrics and feedback systems. This process is iterative rather than linear, requiring continuous adaptation. 8. Strategic thinking versus strategic planning. MBA students often confuse these concepts. Strategic planning focuses on formal analysis, budgets, forecasts, procedures. Strategic thinking focuses on creativity, insight, opportunity, recognition, innovation. Strategic planning helps organizations organize information, while strategic thinking helps leaders discover new possibilities. Effective executives require both capabilities. Example: a strategic planner may forecast declining retail traffic. A strategic thinker may recognize the opportunity to build a digital commerce platform before competitors. 9. Key strategic management frameworks. Throughout this MBA course, students will learn several important frameworks. SWOT analysis evaluates strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. PESTEL analysis examines political, economic, social, technological, environmental, legal factors. Porter's 5 forces analyzes industry attractiveness through competitive rivalry, supplier power, buyer power, threat of substitutes, threat of new entrants. Value chain analysis identifies activities that create customer value and competitive advantage. These frameworks provide systematic approaches for strategic diagnosis and decision-making. 10. Strategic management in the global MBA context. The global MBA program identifies strategic thinking and positions strategic management as the foundation for executive leadership development. Graduates are expected to evaluate complex business environments, formulate sustainable competitive strategies, and lead organizations through uncertainty and transformation. Consistent with the modern business approach, students learn strategic analysis, competitive positioning, and strategic execution. Consistent with the modern business philosophy, emphasis is placed on decision-making, leadership application, and real-world business problem-solving. Strategic management therefore serves as the integrative discipline connecting all subsequent MBA subjects, including finance, marketing, operations, innovation, governance, and global leadership. Key takeaways. 1. Strategic management is the process of analyzing, formulating, implementing, and evaluating organizational strategy. 2. Strategy focuses on long-term value creation and sustainable competitive advantage. 3. Strategic decisions differ from operational decisions because they shape organizational direction. 4. Strategic management integrates all major business functions. 5. Effective strategy requires both analytical planning and creative strategic thinking. 6. Major frameworks include SWOT, PASTEL, 5 forces, and value chain analysis. 7. Strategic management is a continuous cycle rather than a one-time event. 8. The discipline forms the foundation for executive leadership and enterprise value creation. 9. Modern strategic management emphasizes adaptability, innovation, and global competitiveness. 10. Strategic thinking is the cornerstone competency of successful MBA graduates and future executives.